Okay, so the brief for this month's animation generation collaboration is pursuit curves of pursuit. And I guess the idea here is that you have like sort of a thing that is chasing another thing, and at any point in time the thing that's chasing will move towards the thing that it's chasing. That's how chasing works. And kind of depending on how the thing that's being chased is moving, you'll get a nice sort of curve shape. And I guess one of the simplest ones of these is this. I've just pasted this image in from Wikipedia, but this is when you have A moving in a straight line and P, the pursuer, kind of creates this nice little curve, which I believe is a curve that has I'm trying to remember what the name is on Wikipedia. I think it's called a radiodrome. But it's just a ridiculous name for a curve, and it is defined as the curve created when something is moving towards a thing that's moving on a straight line. So there are some equations in there, but it's not a simple curve to define. But I like it, and I figured I could model something like this, so I can, I guess, draw the curve. So if I change this to a visible red line, put the end there, put the end there. There's these sort of nice Bezier-ish curves in Keynote that you can click around. So once again, I am going to attempt to model this in Keynote, which is of course not the best software for mathematically precise things. If I nudge that up a little bit there, I mean, that's close enough. I'm going to get rid of the diagram so no one will know. So we make this line, and then I guess we want a straight line over here. And we're going to need something that is pursuing and something that is being pursued. So I've got a picture over here of a rabbit that I found. I can pop in there and bring it to front. There we go. And I guess we also need, let's go with a carrot. That seems like something that a rabbit would logically pursue. So we can put... make this line a bit thicker, and then if we put the carrot down here and the rabbit over here, we can kind of animate those along those curves. And I guess the nice thing about this and the point of it here in the maths is that when you have when the rabbit is at a point on the line, the tangent at that point will point directly to where the carrot is, I guess, is the idea here. So I can do that, and then I can make another one of these. And these sort of tangent curves are kind of justifying, explaining the shape of this rabbit curve, I guess. So pop all of these in, and I'm thinking I can get it to kind of draw these lines at the appropriate times when the rabbit gets to that point on the curve. So we'll have a kind of pause at that moment. So if I animate, build in a move effect, nope, not over there. I want the rabbit to go to here, and the carrot at the same time will go from its start position, which should be down there, to here. Let's say that's the middle of a carrot, and don't ease in and out, please. And at that point we will then draw this line, and we can do a line draw effect, which is quite nice. End to start, please, don't ease in and out, and maybe make it a bit quicker. So what we currently have is those which should happen at the same time, and that which should happen immediately afterwards. So that looks like this. Yeah, that's good. And then we just repeat doing that over and over again. Add action, move, thank you, to here. It's good that we can use these sort of dots where the tangent lines are as a kind of a sort of staging order, because I guess this is how much movement you get, you know. I will fix that in a minute. So Add another move, not that way. Why do you always want to go that way? To there. Cannot emphasize enough how much I don't want you to ease in and out these transitions. I think that's it. %90 of these videos are just me turning off the ease in and out on these transitions. There we go. And then this one. If only you could set a default to not do. There we go. And this one. And then we've got this line and this line all want a line draw, and to start, don't ease in and out, take 1 second. That one also needs to take 1 second. And then this mess then needs sorting out, so I think it's going to be this sort of thing, if these are indeed in the order that I think they are. There we go. Oh well, that's handy, I can sort of see which line is which by shape. I like it. So I'm guessing it's this order. Let's just check I've done these right. Yes, that's right. And then similarly the rabbits. Okay, and then for each of these, that's a with and that's an after. Good. And then I guess I kind of want this to just happen after the line's drawn. I wonder if this is going to actually just work. If I take away my baseline diagram, I'll maybe pop these two lines further forward so that they're sitting in front of those black lines. Bring them to the front, I guess, and then bring my rabbit and my carrot to the front, and then just bring that line in a little bit. This one. So what we're saying is, hopefully this is let's do this. I think the problem here is that everything's off the page a little bit, so I move everything up a little bit. There we go. Put it in the middle. There we are. Alright, so rabbit moves to there. I guess this is a nice sort of breakdown of how these curves are generated, because even though in practice this happens as one smooth action, the rabbit is not technically pausing every so often going, oh, where's the carrot? Oh, where's the carrot? But that is kind of the maths here. So that is a nice simple animation. I guess you could use that if you were doing a talk about this, or as a graphic in a video or something. But that is my pursuit curve. There we go.